Greet you all students of first year General English, and we are going to start your syllabus. And students, you are very bright students, always think of that. So now English is a very important subject. Okay, so before starting syllabus, my purpose is to motivate you. Motivation is very important. And when you pass out BA, or say when you go outside the college or say campus or your classroom, or even in day-to-day life, or you appear in any competitive exams, or in all walks of life, English subject, language and literature, very important to develop your personality. Okay, so with this motivational point, start studying English language. And see, there should be no confusion, no fear in your mind. And you must think that I can speak in English, write in English. Okay, so when you start studying this language, this is foreign language, obviously. So, see, the exposure is very important. If you listen to this language, only then you will learn it. Okay? Obviously, you have to make efforts, you say make practice, and your concepts regarding English language must be clear. But obviously, we would discuss according to your syllabus. But day one is very important. Each and every class is very important. But it must be in your mind that how to develop a skill. Okay? So the word skill is very, very important for you. Okay? And then when we talk about the word skill, it means ability to do something. Ability to speak in English, write in English, and read, and when you listen to this language, you would understand it. And see, there is some kind of misconception about this language, that some students from Hindi medium I know very well, and some from obviously English medium. But see, even the students from Hindi medium, if they listen to this language, gradually, automatically, naturally, they would understand the language. So the point is that exposure to that language. You should listen to this language. If you watch TV, or if you hold mobile and you access to different programs nowadays, you have this gadget, you hold the mobile. At that time, try to listen this language. So listening is very important skill. So it is not, some students, when I interact with them, they have this kind of misconception, confusion, that if they study in, say, mother tongue or Hindi language, then only they would understand it. Some students who are from Hindi medium. But day one, I would like to, make it clear that if you listen to English language, if everything in this class will be explained in this language only, your understanding will be better. You would definitely one day, you will become confident, you will be fluent in English language, and your proficiency will be the best. So all the best, student. And skill, so a skill in which we have 4 kinds of skill in English language. Okay? We have obviously speaking, listening, reading, and writing. Okay, so try to develop these skills through the exposure, whatever being taught in the classroom. Okay, now here I would like to ask you one question. See, in 24 hours, what are the words in English that you read it, or any words or phrases that you listen to that, or if you frame one sentence in English, 2 sentences in English, any day or each day. So you have to make efforts to be conversant in this language or to develop your communicative skills in the best way. So English language through literature, and through literature you learn language. So general English is very important class, students, for you. Okay, and see, we have syllabus of this, in which two parts. The syllabus is categorized into two parts. First, in which you have, say, text part, okay? And what's that? See, this is the textual part, text, fine? The first part is text. Is that clear, students? So this is text. And in this text, the book prescribed in your syllabus, students, is the Many Words of Literature. So what is the title of this? Many Words of Literature. And you should, when you write title of any book, you should underline it. The Many Words of Literature. Now, who is the editor? This book is edited by Jasbir Jain. Jasbir Jain. Okay. So this is the first part, which is text. Fine. So this is textual part. I would focus only one. Otherwise, you have two text. Animal farm is also prescribed in your syllabus. And say vendor of seeds. You have choice, either animal farm or vendor of seeds. But see, this is the present scenario, context, pandemic. Everywhere we have been witnessing it. So according to that, syllabus must be focused on that, first of all. And if we have time and if according to that, according to the scenario, we will discuss in much detail. Fine. So here, skill and text, the Many Words of Literature. So this is the first part, and the second part, students, mind you, is grammar. Okay, so this second part is grammar, which is also very important. And see this part in grammar, in which first you have tenses. So the first chapter is tenses, and second, modal auxiliary. This is modal auxiliary, and see, students. See, so this is, you just have a look. First, grammar portion is also very important. Your concepts regarding grammar must be clear. So tenses, modal auxiliary, and see, the third one is clauses. Okay, so clauses, in which we have noun clause. Right? Noun. Second, adjectival clause. And third is adverbial clause. Okay. So 3 kind of clauses we will discuss. And the fourth part is, see, students, you just have a look. Fourth part is phrasal verb. Okay. Phrasal verbs. So we have time constraint, and you have 2 classes in a week as according to your timetable, and it is high time that you must focus it. So is that clear? So we have textual part, in which the Many Words of Literature. You just have a look. See, this is the text, and each and every student should have this text. You just have a look. This Many Words of Literature. And who is the editor? Jasbir Jain. And it's very interesting stories, and you learn a lot. So how to become a good human being, and see, they learn different aspects of human life, and you really enjoy studying literature also through language. Okay, so, and the language, and if you want to make communication in English, if you feel that, oh, I must be confident in speaking, writing, reading English. So at that time, see, your concepts regarding grammar should also be clear. Okay, so this is your syllabus in which we would focus on the text also, and grammar part is also very important. So we would have this balanced study, because time constraint you have according to, say, your level. Some students, they may grasp very effectively, or say immediately sometimes, or some students they may have some time. No matter, all students are equal for me. My point is that, my purpose is that students should have interest in studying English language. Okay, and you must always think of that. What are the new words that I grasp? And see, when you say enter any place, or even when you are at home, at the time you must think of some words, how to make use of that. So in English language, use words is how to use the language. Okay, so this is very, very important, using the language, and focus must be on the practice part is also very important. And through observation, you observe different aspects of human life, or you meet your friends, or you have telephonic conversation, you talk on mobile. So at that time also you feel that I must try to speak in this language. Okay, or through practice you may have some difficulty, but no, if you are determined, if you have determination that no, and if you have desire to learn the language, definitely through practice, through hard work, you will learn this language. So the purpose of learning, your learning must be real learning. And for instance, if when we start tenses, okay, so what is the meaning of word tense? Means time. And then tense word, you have been studying this tenses and other chapters also for several years, but you think of that, are you able to speak in English properly, effectively, and with proficiency? Or say this, at the time that you should not have any kind of difficulty when you meet different people, you are fluent in that language, but through making efforts, through practice. So tenses, for instance, 3 types of tenses in English language. Okay, so what are these 3 tenses? You would be able to answer because you studied it at school level. But the point is that how to make use of that. So practice is very important. English is not just a theory class. See, if I say simple present tense, some habitual truth that I study regularly, this is simple present tense, which is called present indefinite. Okay, so she reads newspaper every day. So she reads, I study, or my friend helps the poor. This is simple present tense. But in which context you can use this? So contextualization means how to make use of this language in day-to-day life. For instance, at present, what are you doing? You are listening to this language. Or some would say, oh, I am concentrating on the lecture. So this is time. Time period is given, means present continuous tense is present continuous. Some action is being taken place. And in simple present tense, some kind of, so many, types of, it is, according to your level. And this is day 1. So I would discuss in much detail. For instance, simple present tense in which, so it is, each and every tense, for your better understanding, it is categorized into 2 parts, form and function. So what is the function of it? That is also very important. And form, the structure, for instance, with first person, For instance, first person I, singular, we, yes, obviously plural, and then what kind of verb would you make use with that particular pronoun or with the name? So, I mean, this is the basic of English grammar, and that concept must be clear, and you would really enjoy studying English. So, even in this grammar portion, or it is textual part, many worlds of literature. What is the purpose of studying literature also? You learn language on the one hand, and at the same time you learn the chapters of human life also. So this is beneficial to you. You would enjoy studying it. Okay, so we discussed the syllabus and some important aspects of English language and literature, and the purpose is that your interest must be created, enhanced, and you should be able to communicate in this language. So communication is very important, and nowadays English language is very important, students. So if you are regular, if you have desire to learn this language, that motivation is very important. Okay, so be regular, and all the best. God bless you.